Jen here. Let's get started with Girl Talk Tuesday. We are discussing today how you've been softening your message and why people aren't taking you seriously. So let me ask you this. Do you ever find yourself telling people something, giving orders, bringing up an important or critical issue, and it just seems like no one's taking you seriously? They heard the words, didn't take any action, didn't change anything at all. Maybe even it seemed like they totally disregarded what you brought up to them. They're not following orders. Why is this? So we are going to talk about that today. And for those of you who are new to watching, I am Jennifer Delatorre, creator, founder of Nice Girls Finish Last, where I help women take their side hustle thing and turn it into a six-figure business with marketing, sales, follow-up, social media strategy, all of that good stuff. And so we are going to be discussing today's topic of Girl Talk Tuesday on how to get people to start taking you seriously when you speak to them. As you are joining, please say hello, say hi, Jen, in the comments. Like and share this with other women entrepreneurs. And also, I just want to say we are going to take the second half of the Nice Girls test today at the end of this video. So, where do you fall on the Nice Girls scale? Are you kind of a nice girl? Are you not really a nice girl at all? What's going on here? You're going to find out today. I left so many of you on this like cliffhanger of, I want to know the rest of the results. I want to know where I stand. I can't take it anymore. And it was to be continued. So that being said, there's a link in this description on the video I did with the first half of the test. So if you have not taken that yet, stop watching this, click on that link above, and go and watch the first half of the video and the test. Grab a pen and paper. You're going to need one. It could be a little post-it note, whatever. Go and watch that first. Do not cheat yourself. Don't sit here, watch this, listen to the results, and then now when you go and find out what the rest of the questions are, now you're like strategically answering them a certain way. Don't do that. Don't do that. You're only hurting yourself. Nobody's going to see your test results. This is just for you. So anyways, again, make sure to say hello, whether you're catching the replay or watching this live as you join. And if you're catching this on YouTube, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification button. So let's get going. So nobody taking you seriously, huh? Ever notice, I want to say this, ever notice how people, and mostly men, are very blunt? They just kind of say what they need to say. They'll just say like, you know, this needs to get done, or I expect this, or that's horrible. And women, more importantly, the nice girls, say many more words to get their point across. And so it's been documented, if you guys haven't known, it's been documented that women utter an average, get this if you've never heard this before, an average of 20,000 words a day, while men speak an average of only 7,000. Now, of course, without substantial evidence of this to really prove this point, it should be noticed that it depends on the situation. So men would be more likely to talk at work a lot when they're giving instructions, doing their job, blah, blah, blah. Women throughout the day, if they're having like a lunch date with other girlfriends or something, they're going to have a lot of conversation. There's a lot more words going on and so on. So, you know, it does kind of depend on what the situation is and what it calls for. But either way, one thing that I can personally say, one thing that I have personally experienced is it does take women a lot longer to get to the point than it does for men. And what is wrong with that, you might be asking? What is wrong with that, Jen? Well, you're diminishing the importance of what it is that you're saying and the significance of what you're saying because you're cushioning it with all this other jibber jabber. And that's not to put nice girls down or women down. It's just, I'm just saying, when you start to add all this other fluff that doesn't need to be there, you might think, I'm just hitting a point. I'm making a point. I need to say this. But what the receiver is thinking is, wow, what are we talking about here? Or, well, it seemed like a big idea, but then she went on all this other stuff and I don't know, who cares? Checked out. Okay, so if it's something that needs to be taken seriously, deliver it directly, okay? Don't tell me, have you ever heard this? Don't tell me about the labor pains, just show me the baby. There's a reason why that quote even exists. Anyways, so here are some examples of how women talk too much. And in this case, we're going to talk about in the setting of work, business, okay? So you're an entrepreneur if you're watching this. And as you guys are joining, please say hello, say hi, Jen, in the comments. Make sure to share and like this, and thank you so much for joining. But here we go. So here are some examples of how women just say way too much than they need to say. So if you have pen and paper, great. Make sure you grab it because we're taking the second half of the test here in just a bit. But examples of why women say too many words and why their message is not being taken seriously. Preambles, number one. Preambles. And I had this discussion with a Nice Girl member recently. You know what a preamble is, right? And it's just a long explanation leading up to the point of what you really want to say. But first you want to make sure you give them the backstory and why you've came up with this conclusion and what's going on here. And then you're going to deliver the message, this long preamble. You know, instead of just getting to the point, you're setting it up to get to the point. Sometimes that may even come out of a little bit of insecurity because you're a little afraid that they might not quite get the message, or they might misunderstand what you're about to say or take it the wrong way, worried you're going to hurt their feelings. All of these things nice girls do. So you go with this big, long preamble of things you want to say. So I'm going to read an example of this from a book so you guys can get the idea of what I'm talking about. So this will be an example of a preamble. Let's just say I'm saying this to you. You know, I was thinking about this problem we're having with productivity. In fact, I've been talking to other people about it too. A lot of us share the same concerns over reduced productivity during the last 3 quarters, so I'm not alone in this. Come to think of it, it might be even more than just those 3 quarters. It's something we've known about for a long time but haven't measured. At any rate, we've all been trying to find a way to address it, and I think I may have come up with an idea. I'm not saying it's the best idea or the only idea, just that it's one idea. In fact, other people have ideas too, but I'll leave it up to them to share those with you. Now, my idea involves blah, 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 and I finally got to the baby. I finally am getting to the point of what I want to say after that paragraph of stuff I just said. So the person that's listening is thinking, what is the point? Okay, and here's what this person's motto must be. Why use fewer words when I can use more? It should be the exact opposite. So this message could have been delivered in a much shorter, straight to the point kind of way. So for an example, here's how it should have been delivered. You don't want me to read all that again, do you? A better way of saying that would have been, productivity has been an issue we've struggled with for some time now, and I have a proposal for addressing it. And blah, 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 here's my proposal, here's my idea. How much more direct and confident did that come off than that first half of all the stuff I read about how we came up with the conclusions and the people we talked about, blah, 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 blah. So how do you avoid getting caught up in giving people your whole life story before getting to the point? Say your point first. Just say the point first. Say the bottom line first. Okay? And then remember that short stunts, what did I write here? Well, whatever. Short equals confident, okay? If you can deliver your message in a short, direct way, that makes you appear more confident. Because again, if you felt like the need of having all this stuff to say first, it's like you're afraid they're going to reject what it is you're about to tell them, or that they won't value your opinion. So you wanted to make sure to tell them that you spoke to all these people and they all agreed and blah, 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 and you gave it thought. You don't want to hurt their feelings. All of these nice girl tendencies. Another way of talking is to make your point and then maybe add one or two supporting details or explanations to it. So just another one or two sentences. Make the point, tell them why, give them the reasons what helps support that. Because you don't want to say all this stuff and then finally get to your point. Okay, another way of talking too much, ladies, and softening your message and not having people take you seriously is adding an unnecessary explanation. Why? You finally made your point. You finally went through this whole leading up to, made your point, and now you have a long explanation right after it. Why are you doing this? Stop doing that. So when you do that, just understand that you're undermining what you just said. If you need to add a couple supporting details to it, go ahead. But do not sit there and have a long explanation. A lot of times you assume there's an explanation needed. Here's an idea. Why don't you just wait to see if someone needs that explanation? Okay, Jen, all right, but I don't understand why that is. Or how did you come up with that conclusion? Or what makes you think this is a good idea or something? Oh, I'm glad you asked, Sally. And then you can support it. So you're already trying to take the assumptions out, add the assumptions that they're going to need an explanation or that they don't value what you're going to say. No, who said that? Wait and see. So instead of having that long explanation afterwards, just add a sentence or two on a couple supporting details to back up why you said what you had to say to begin with. Okay? So, example, on a personal level, you could be like, you know what, Sally? I find you to be very disrespectful to me. What? What do you mean? Well, you know what? Now here comes the details. Here comes the explanation, the short ones. The other day when we were in the office and I brought up an idea, I seen you roll your eyes. Or the other time, blah, 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 this happened and you kind of just scoffed and completely ignored what I had to say. You didn't even look at me. That's why. So, ladies, hope that gives you an idea. Shorten up your explanations by like 50, 75%. And once you've made it, let it go. If they need an explanation, go ahead. If you feel like you need to add one, a short one. Don't sit there and over-explain yourself. Got it? Even when I'm working, and I'll say I've caught myself doing that too, over-explaining. But even when you are delivering a message to your team, ladies, you're trying to get them to, produce more or whatever the case may be, or you think, as the example here, productivity has gone out the window and we need to fix that problem. Whatever the problem is, people are not following the system of operations, blah, blah, blah. Make that the point. You don't need to explain to them your whole life story before getting to it, because people are going to mentally check out and think, all right, I'm running out of time here. She's taking 20 minutes to get to the point here. Just get to the point. Practice that. If you need to practice that in your personal life first before moving into business, but by all means do it. Okay, let's get to the second half of the Nice Girls test. Who is excited? Who's ready? Comment me in the comments. All right. Last time I had a little thing that I held up with this on it because I was afraid that this was too far away for you guys to read it. But when I watched the replay, I noticed that, no, you could read it pretty well, right? So if you can comment and let me know. So the way this works, you should already know this because of the first half of the test. Do not take, another disclaimer, do not take this part of the test right now. Stop watching immediately and click on the link above and watch that video first. You're just going to ruin it for yourself. So before I get into it, if you have not watched and taken the first half of the test, go and click on that link now and watch it. But if you have and you're ready to get to the second half and the results, let's do this. So you should have your pen and paper. You should have the piece of paper you took the points down from the first part of the test. So go and grab that. And we're going to get to this. You need it because you're going to need to add it up. You're going to need to tally it up. So how it works, just as a reminder, I'm going to read you a series of statements. And when I do, you think about it for yourself, how you are, how you act, what you do. Is the statement that I read a number 1 point for rarely true? 2 points, you'll put a number 2 for sometimes it's true. And 3 points, you write down a number 3 for almost always true. So I'm going to go through them fairly quickly because I don't want you to sit and talk yourself into another answer when that's not really how you are. You know instinct right away. Yeah, that's me all the time. 3, yeah, that happens to me once in a while. 2, no, that's not true at all for me, huh? If it is, it's like a 1% of the time. 1, rarely true. So answer quickly and be honest. And I'll give you guys time to add it up at the end. So you know what? Grab a calculator too while you're at it because you're not going to be able to use your phone to do it. And so grab a calculator, grab the pen and paper, grab the piece of paper you took the last one with. Pause this if you're on replay and you need to go and grab that. But here we go. All right. So when we did 20 statements last time, we're going to start with 21 now. Here we go. I'll try to go through them fairly quickly so that you can answer honestly and also so this won't take forever. So here it is right here. You write down a 1, 2, or 3. If I'm asked to take notes at more than one meeting, I tactfully decline to do so. If I'm asked to take notes at more than one meeting, I tactfully decline to do so. Next one. I don't feel guilty when my own priorities make it impossible for me to do someone a favor. I don't feel guilty when my own priorities make it impossible for me to do someone a favor. Next, I don't take it personally if someone is offended by something I've said. I don't take it personally if someone's offended by something I've said. This doesn't mean you just gave a direct insult. This means like you spoke the truth or matter-of-factly or something that happened. Next one. I ask favors from people to whom I have given special assistance or attention. I ask favors from people to whom I've given special assistance or attention. Thank you for the hearts, ladies. Say hello so I can say hi to you because I don't know otherwise if you joined. Next one. I volunteer for assignments that will profile my capabilities with senior management. Now, if you're not in the corporate world, then this won't apply to you. But even in the business world, think about how that may or may not be true for you. I volunteer for assignments that will profile my capabilities with senior management. Next, I take care to wear accessories that complement my clothing. Some of these I know sound funny, maybe even a little old school. They still apply. I take care to wear accessories that complement my clothing. Next one. My voice is loud and clear. My voice is loud and clear. Next. If someone treats me inappropriately, I let the person know how I feel about it. Not everyone else, that person. If someone treats me inappropriately, I let that person know how I feel about it. Next, I consciously spend time each day engaging in casual conversations with colleagues or business associates or fill in the blank there that have to do with business. I'll repeat that. I consciously spend time each day engaging in casual conversations with colleagues. Next, I have no problem asking for a raise if I think I deserve it. If you're an entrepreneur and you don't need to ask for a raise, you may ask for a higher price on something you already sell. Services, whatever. Have you been settling for mediocre, average? Is that 1 point for rarely true, 2 points for sometimes true, or 3 points for almost always true? Okay. Let's see. Next. Regardless of how busy I am, I attend meetings at which I know I can showcase my skills. Regardless of how busy I am, I attend meetings at which I know I can showcase my skills. Or are you just like, I'm too busy, I got too many work to do? I don't know. Next, at least every other month, I ask others for feedback. Rarely true, 1 point, 2 points, sometimes true, 3 points, always, almost always true. I'll repeat it. At least every other month I ask others for feedback. Next, I dress for the job I want, not the one I have. Next, I don't use qualifiers. Qualifiers are sort of, kind of, and like, or anything like that. I don't use qualifiers, like sort of, kind of, all that stuff. Is that rarely true, sometimes true, almost always true? 1, 2, or 3. If you're watching the replay and I'm going too fast, good news is you get to pause this. Okay, next one. I'm among the first to speak at meetings. Or do you sit around and wait and think? I'm among the first to speak at meetings. Next, if I don't quite trust what someone is saying, I will ask questions to help assess if it's true. If I don't quite trust what someone is saying, I will ask questions to help assess if it's true. Next one. I offer a firm handshake that conveys the message that I am to be taken seriously. Please answer honestly. You know how many limp women handshakes I've had over the years? Okay. So the statement was, I offer a firm handshake that conveys a message I'm to be taken seriously. Next one. I don't cancel previously scheduled personal plans because of work. I don't cancel previously scheduled personal plans because of work. Is that rarely true? Because you will cancel it if it has to do with work. Sometimes true, 2 points, or almost always true. You never do. Next, if someone repeats an idea I previously expressed, I tactfully call attention to where it originated. If someone repeats an idea I have previously expressed, I tactfully call attention to where it originated. Next, I don't apply lipstick or comb my hair in public. Just kidding. I don't apply lipstick or comb my hair in public. Or do you? Public also means in your office, in front of other people, on your team, during a business meeting, at Starbucks, whatever. Do you do that in front of them with your little compact mirror or not? Okay. Next one. I speak slowly, talking all the time. I need to express myself thoroughly. Sorry, let me repeat that. I messed up. I speak slowly, taking all the time I need to express myself thoroughly. Next, I advocate well for myself. I advocate well for myself. We're almost done, ladies. Hold on there. Okay. Next one. I don't ask permission to spend company money for things I know are appropriate. Now, if you're another way to look at this, if you feel like, how does this apply to me? You run a business. Maybe you're married and your husband works. You spend money on the business because you know you need it. It'll help grow it, or it's something you just absolutely need to help the business function. Do you ask permission or have to kind of like convince why you're making this purchase? Or do you just do it because you know it's appropriate and you don't ask permission for it? So that might be another way to look at it, instead of asking somebody above you about company funds, okay? So let me repeat it. I don't ask permission to spend company money for things I know are appropriate. Thanks for joining. Say hello. Okay, next one. Is this rarely true, sometimes true? Or number 3, almost always true? My workspace is neat and well organized. And let me tell you right now what's not neat and organized. Your desk full of tons of family photos and cute little diddly daddly things and whole bunch of flowers and all that stuff, okay? That's not what this means. So I'll repeat it. My workspace is neat and well organized. Next, I don't allow others to waste my time at work. I don't allow others to waste my time at work. Is that rarely true? 1 point, 2 points, 3 points. Next one. When I'm acknowledged for a job well done, I let my boss know about it. So a lot of you are in like a network marketing type business. So do you make sure to tell your upline? So you wouldn't really say your boss, but do you let your upline know about it if you've been given a job well done? Is that rarely true? Sometimes true, or almost always true? Next one. I look people directly in the eye on first meeting them. I noticed a lot of people are very intimidated with giving eye contact. It's another like insecure kind of thing to do. Okay, I look people directly in the eye on first meeting them. Ooh, what point do you give yourself for that? Next, I know what ROI means. And I hope that you do, since you're in business. I know what ROI means. Is that true? Rarely true. And last but not least, I know I'm good at what I do. I know I'm good at what I do. Is that rarely true? Sometimes true, or almost always true? Ladies, I don't know. All right, let's see. Let's get to the scoring. Let me make sure I do this right, because I see an extra step here that I don't recall being here. Responses from the questionnaire in the spaces below. Okay. Add your scores down by column from a category score. Add your scores at the bottom line across for the total score. So do I need this for you guys? Okay, while I'm sitting here thinking and figuring it out. Hey Sherry, hey Shell. Oh, by the way, let me say this since you girls just joined. I put a link to a previous video I did last week. The first part of this test is on there. Did you already take the first part of this test? Because we just completed the second part, and I'm gonna give the score, and I'm gonna read what it means. So if you haven't already watched it, and you wanna know where you fall in the nice girls scale, how much of a nice girl are you? You wanna stop watching this live, click on the link I put in the description here, and take the first part of the test. You need a little pen and paper, and if you did take the first part of the test, make sure you have that pen and paper now with a calculator, unless you're just really good at adding things in your head quickly. Because you're gonna need that to add to this score here. Got it? and the score was here, which you would already know if you took the test. Okay, so go do that. Say hello in the comments, share this. Let's see. Let me just make sure before I read the answers. Why is it giving me these extra explanations? These are the 2 areas in which you are most comfortable. Okay, so there's actually a chart, which if anybody wants it, because, and the reason why you would need this chart is because your 2 highest scores that you get in these certain categories is going to be where you're most comfortable and confident. And then your 2 lowest scores are going to be where the areas that you have the most difficulty in, where you're going to want to work on and focus on the most. So if you want to know those specifics, inbox me and let me know. So I will just do like I'll take a picture. Hey Gina, I'll take a picture of the chart and I'll send it to you, and you could fill in your score there if you really want to know. But your overall score, I'm going to go ahead and read that now and what it means. Gina, did you watch the first video and take the first part of the Nice Girls test? Because if you did not, you may not want to listen in now. Click on the link in the description and go and watch that video where at the end I do the first part of the Nice Girls test, because now we did the rest and I'm going to reveal the answers and I don't want to spoil it for you. So let me go into it. You by now, if you haven't, while I've been talking, add your score that you did from the first half of the test, from the last video, and now. Get your whole total, please. So add that up. And unfortunately, since this is a live, I'm going to sit here and let you add it up. But anyways, thanks for watching. I feel like I need Jeopardy music here. So when this video goes on YouTube, I may have to edit this and kind of crop this piece out here. Add up your score. It was a series of 1s, 2s, and 3s according to how it applied to you off all the statements I read. Now we're going to find out how much of a nice girl you are. And I will share what book this is from. I previously, in a couple videos before, went over how when I first started Nice Girls Finish Last, what it meant to me, and I thought about I would like to write a book about it. And so I went online to look up if there was any books called Nice Girls Finish Last to see if there was. I was hoping there wasn't, but there was, and I don't know, I've never read them. It seemed like they were kind of how I feel about why Nice Girls Finish Last, but I don't know because I didn't watch them. But I came across this particular book where I'm giving you the test from, and I absolutely loved it because even though she was talking in reference of the corporate world, I definitely agreed with her on like 95% of what she had to say in this book. And this cool little test is an added bonus. So I will recommend this book to you, ladies. I actually did that a couple videos ago, but if you didn't catch it, I'm going to share it with you here. You know, sometimes you find a book and you're like, oh my gosh, that's me. Yes, I agree. Those be my tips too. That's why I like this book so much. All right, did you add it up? Did you add it up? Let's go. I almost felt like I should have done this in another video to give you guys time to add it up. But here we go. All right, listen up. If your total score fell between 49 and 87, 49 and 87, then this is for you. You've been socialized well, and it's probably not helping you to achieve your career goals. Pay close attention to those questions on which you rated yourself a 1. You're dangerously close to sabotaging your career or success. No. If your score fell between 88 and 127, 88 to 127, this is for you. You could do with a little fine tuning. Focus on those areas where you still have difficulty with acting in stereotypical ways. you'll find that small changes pay big dividends. So you're all right, but you still got some things to tweak. If you are joining and you already took the first half of the Nice Girls test, stop watching this. You'll want to watch from the beginning because I'm going over scores, but say hi and let me know you're here. And then get out of here because you don't want to hear the answers if you didn't take the rest of the test and added up your score. So don't cheat yourself. Goodbye. People want to interrupt my live. If your score fell between 128 points to 149, 128 points to 149, this is for you. You're doing a great job of countering the behaviors you learned in girlhood that could sabotage your career success. Keep up the good work. No doubt it's paying off. Congratulations, ladies, wherever you fell. You know now that you have work to do, or a little work to do, or a lot of work to do. And if you really want to know what specific areas you need help with, let me know so I can give you this chart and you can figure out where your 2 lowest scores fell so you know precisely what to work on. You don't want to be working on everything if you don't need to fix everything, right? But anyways, ladies, thank you so much. Oh, by the way, the book is, like I explained, it is called Nice Girls Don't Get the Corner Office. This book has been used and abused. Any new private clients will receive a copy of this book for free on me, but you can pick it up yourself. So if you've ever been curious about working with me, I help you. I do the work to help you with your marketing, your message, your target, your marketing funnel, your lead generation, your whole social media rebranding. How are you going to attract people? What are you going to do with them? How are you going to follow up? How are you going to turn them into customers and clients and team members? I help do 90% of the work for you so you don't have to think about it and you can go about your day and live your life, take care of your kids, go to your job, whatever you need to do. But I will be showing you and teaching you things along the way so that you can maintain it and have continued success. So if you're interested in that, go to nicegirlsfinishlast.com. Let's talk, or inbox me. Let's talk for 15-20 minutes. I'll break it down to you. But also, I have 4 spots left for the Nice Girls Finish Last membership, monthly membership. We put you in a private group. We put you in a private chat, and I can help you on doing all of those things I just mentioned with weekly trainings and also Q&As throughout the week. Also help you with your marketing funnel and Facebook ads as well, because there's 2 types of membership that you can do, a basic lower level and a higher VIP elite level. So it's all on you. So if you want to be part of the Nice Girls crew, you want to get that constant accountability and support. And ladies, I am not like any other group you've ever been a part of, online course, blah, blah, blah. Theirs is all motivation, fluff, and crap. No offense. I'm telling you actual how-tos that you can implement because I have been there, done that, had the success, and sharing it with you. And as a anti-nice girl or former nice girl, I will deliver it to you precisely how you need to hear the message and what exactly to do, and not give you the preambles and only the explanations when you need it. So if you are curious at all about what that group looks like, and you know you need to start making money in your business, stop playing around. It's not a fun club. It's not a club for membership. It's supposed to make you money. That's why you got into business to start with. Then start taking it seriously. Reach out to me or go to Nice Girls Finish Last. Let's set up a quick call. I'll explain the group to you. If you're interested, bam, you're in. You'll take one of the 4 spots. If you're not, go about doing what you're doing. So thank you so much for watching this. Don't forget to share and like and comment hello if you haven't already. And I'll talk to you ladies soon.